Conference play, first time seeing a team for the second time. So, and obviously one of the top teams in our league coming in. Was our opener back on December 31st. And so just excited to be back playing and playing a little bit better basketball right now.
Coach, I know obviously y'all moved on to USF. We haven't had a chance to talk to you since the 2 road wins. So just what does that do for the team's confidence winning back-to-back road games this league?
We took them one game at a time. I'll be honest with you. We don't look at it like, hey, they're 2 road games or they're back-to-back. Each game was an individual game. Each game came down to a late possession. I thought we executed. I thought we showed real mental toughness on the road. There was a long swing back and forth, too, in terms of we did come back to Greenville. But I just think they're conference games, and right now every conference game you see it. You saw it last night with Wichita State and Memphis. You saw it with Temple and North Texas. You've seen it with our 2 games, have seen it with our 2 games here recently. Every game is just an absolute dogfight, and we feel fortunate that we came home with 2 wins.
Coach, last week we were talking about close games also, 2 close losses this week, 2 close wins. When you talk about that dogfight, is there anything different that you've seen improvement as far as why they're going the right way?
We shot the ball better. I've said that from the beginning, that I thought we were 1 or 2 3-point possessions, meaning a 3-point made basket or defending the 3-point line in our first 4 conference games. I thought that was the difference. And we were averaging, I think, losing the games by 5 points was the margin. That's a 2-possession deal. And we were shooting in the 20 percentile from 3. The 3-point shot is powerful. I've said that all year long. We're shooting the ball better, and that's definitely been something that's helped us.
You guys, go ahead, Luke.
Oh, Coach, you've preached finish all season long, and to get those 2 road wins with grit and some tenacity, how impressed were you with your guys in those late moments?
Very. I feel like this team understands what we're trying to do execution-wise. We executed. Doesn't mean everything is going to go perfect all the time. That's part of this game, and but it's executing through it. I think the ability to, and we've shown this from the beginning, regardless of the score, we're going to keep playing. We're going to play till the end, and some games have not gone our way by a possession or so, and some games have gone our way, but I think that's a sign of mental toughness in a team that executes and continues to play and believe and be 2 feet in on what we're doing.
Since conference play started, you guys have gone to the zone a little more. How does that add to the versatility of your defense? I mean, you guys pride yourself on defense, and a lot of teams, when they go to a zone, they get picked apart in college basketball these days, but you guys have been able to run it really effectively.
Yeah, we're not running just a zone just to steal possessions, there's a lot behind this zone. And one of the reasons we did it was because of the 3-point line. And I guess there's a lot of misnomers out there about zone, but I feel really confident in what this zone is doing for us defensively. Our guys have bought into it. And then on the other side of that, we aren't the deepest team right now. And so being able to maybe get some difference in pace and tempo versus the other team. We got a really fast team coming in here in South Florida. And so we went to it to start conference play. So there's a lot of things that go behind it, but a big piece is also depth of our team and allowing maybe guys to play a few more minutes in that zone.
Do you see any differences from the last time you played USF?
I think they're better. I think we're better.
South Florida, they're obviously a really good shooting team. They didn't shoot as well as Charlotte. Is that one of those things you kind of know that they're going to come and try to reestablish that tomorrow?
I think every team, Steven, goes into every night trying to establish they're a good shooting team. And I've said this isn't football, this isn't baseball. We don't get 30 seconds in between each play. We don't get innings in between. You don't get time in between every pitch. Every team, every game comes in here trying to shoot the ball well. We go into every game trying to shoot the ball well. They're a great shooting team. We've shot it well here recently. It's all about shot quality. I've said that since November. We'll continue to do it, and we have great respect for South Florida and their ability to shoot the ball. It was one of the reasons we had a shot in South Florida because we tried to take away 3-point attempts, but they made a great amount of them. So I don't look at their Charlotte game as this is a completely different game.
In the regulation against Tulsa, what can y'all as a team learn about that? Just different situations there as a team.
Making free throws ends the game. An aggressive foul on the free throw line, that was absolutely a foul. We watched it. Jordan Riley, 9 out of 10 times that play goes our way. We get a free throw offensive rebound. You can't bring your hands down in that moment and put it there. And out of bounds situation, You don't want the ball to go out of bounds. We talked about that in the timeout. The clock went from 0.5 to 1.2. They changed it. We had no timeouts left, but still take a chance. We got what we wanted, CJ in a one-on-one situation versus their player down the court. We're taking a shot, but I'll say two things. One, we said in that timeout, we're going to win this game in overtime regardless of what happens here. We said that in that timeout. We are going to win this game in overtime. Let's take a chance and a shot at this right here. Here's what we're doing. Read the defense. The ball went out of bounds. Xavier St. John's played that night. The next night, the exact same play happened. Xavier, full court, 2.1 seconds, throws the ball from half court, goes out of bounds at half court, no one touches it. It's St. John's ball to win the game. The only difference is St. John's won in overtime at their place. Difference, we went on the road and we won in overtime.
Riley just, I'm sure he felt bad about the crowd with the way he responded in overtime. What is that?
Resiliency, it's what we said. We're not going to live on what people are going to talk about after the game. The purpose is to win the game. Riley made every play to win the game. Defensively, offensively, 27 points, perfect from the free throw line. He was aggressive one time on a free throw. I'll tell him to continue to go for free throw offensive rebounds every time. But you learn in those situations. I will say this, it's the first time in 20 games, I guess we're 20 games in, that we've been called for a foul on the free throw line with 2 seconds left. So it happened because of aggressiveness and a want to win. You learn from it, we move forward. Our guys learned from it in that moment, and we went and took care of business in overtime.
Coach, it seems like this team has a new reignited fire. Not that they've lost any passion from the start of the season, but it seems like they're really putting things together as you move forward more into conference.
Our fire's been there the whole time. This is a great conference, and winning's not easy, and teams come together as the season goes. And I thought we'd be a better ball club in January than we were in December. And even when we lost some games early in conference, I think we were a better ball club in January than we were in December. And this is a process every day. We're about to work to get better right now. We just had a great film session. This won't end until the season ends, us trying to get better every day. But make no mistake about it, winning is an emotional thing. There's great momentum in winning, of course. But this team has stayed passionate, has stayed aggressive, competitive from the beginning, and so I'll stand by that the whole time.